All right, guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do the sacrifices, number 8 of Image Comics, from Image Comics, I mean. And yeah, this has well, not an unexpected turn, but a turn that we probably all saw coming, maybe. Well, I must say I know what's coming because I ordered the books after this, and the cover says it all. So yeah, a little bit of a spoiler here. It goes it goes nuts to a certain degree. Well, not in here. This is more like a transition into what's going to happen. But without further ado, we have Pigeon Boy, who has been, I don't know, infected by the nectar of the gods. In the previous issues, he wants to go home. He wants to see his family that, being, well, he's basically being bred for the sacrifice. That's the whole thing. So that, all these people are, on this planet, on this world, living luxury or in wealth or in prosperity. Probably that's the right word, right? So he wants to go, so he gets to live by this guy, and he says, this is the trading post. I'll stop here. You need to walk to your home. It's take a couple of days. So he's going to do that, right? He says he wants to see if we were loved. The subconscious fuel that propels his hike for days. To tell himself he's worried for them and desperate to get home. But somewhere down deep, he knows he's desperate to see if things will be different now. Desperate to see if his family misses him. And he has also a sister, right? But then we see all these, I don't know, dead bodies, drought, I guess. Well, it's not really drought, but failed crops. And because in the last issue, the whole place was flooded, right? Yeah, his home is gone, and he is now looking for his sister, and he's pretty strong, well, because probably of the nectar of the gods, right? So he's looking for Beatrice, but we don't see a body. We just see her doll, so presumably she's dead, but we don't see the body, which is, well, it's not weird, but still, right? I mean, if you want confirmation, maybe you should look for the bodies, or maybe that is the hint that his family is gone. I don't really know. Meanwhile, we go to the city with that's been flooded, and people trying to, help each other and bury all the bodies, and lots of trauma. It's here. But then Pigeon Boy comes to this town, and we see all this terrible things are happening around, and this guy says, "Hey, what are you doing here?" He's angry. "You're a sacrifice. You're not supposed to come back. You did this." And they blame him for what's happening here. He says, "Coward, your lack of faith has doomed us. You betrayed your sacred oath." And they're throwing stuff at him, like back in the Middle Ages. But then this, regent person that lives in the palace, and he says, You, I need to speak with the king. He left us. He fled to safety of the higher ground. Do you have any idea what you've done? Do you? And he's sick and he's falling unconscious. Get this episode inside the temple. And then he is being waking up at this, banquet, because he has much to atone for. So I'm not sure what this guy is. Is he a king? Like I said, maybe an important advisor or right hand of the king. I do not know. He says, "I hope the menu is to your liking." It's just, Pigeon, right? All right, so he's eating. How long was the trek to paradise? It wasn't paradise, it was hell, a factory of death. Blasphemy! You expect me to sit here and listen to this from a sacrifice who abandoned his responsibility? That's the truth. But he says, the sort of story one would have concoct after fleeing a sacred duty. And because of you, the storms has wiped out thousands of my people, decimated my city, sent my king into hiding, because serving the gods wasn't to your liking. No, nobody likes to get sacrificed, dude. He says it was horrible. Wasn't anything like what you told Noom. Now, Noom is one of his people, maybe his daughter, I guess, right? And Noom is dead. He says, I can see the result of a failure all around the city. And in what happened to your village, you understand your people were all wiped out. All of them? I would imagine your family amongst them. There it is in your eyes. The guilt consumes your soul. Of course it should. Your cowardice cursed your people to damnation, cursed us all to damnation. So he's basically blaming him, right? No one cares how you think it works, boy. It works in the way it works, and it was for thousands of years. You don't know what it's like. I don't care what it's like. Your selfish choice was brought God's fury upon us all. And then you see he's crying. I never meant to. What you meant to do means nothing, but there's a solution to the horror your incompetence inflicted upon us. Fulfill your sacrifice. Yeah, man, do it. And then later, this guy is donned in some kind of a armor, and he got an axe, right? And then he's praying to his Lord Aquatica, his god, and then he's being transported to, I don't know, somewhere else. Oh, wait a minute, maybe? No. We opened the door to the realms Aquatica, so maybe the afterlife. I'm not sure what's happening here, but he needs to. This guy needs to die. So he says, "Yeah, okay. I'm feeling so much guilt. I'm gonna let me kill myself, right?" And he says, "Let us balance our ledger." And the hammer, quote unquote, axe falls down. It's not the sword of Damocles. I'm not sure why I said that. Forget what I said. Anyway, but then he does this. And he says, Noom did die. Gave a life for the city. If it was only my home that was punished, I understand. But Noom's home? So you must do your duty. And this is a problem that I have. So he's all crying, and oh man, I feel so sorry. And oh yeah, let me kill myself because of the balance and the gods and all that stuff. And then, oh no, I don't want to do it anymore. Could you do this, I don't know, an hour? I mean, here? Could you just say that, no, I don't want to? Why did you protest then? Why the change of heart? That's weird. Anyway, so this guy's backing up. I don't think so. I'm sick of being tired of being told what my responsibility is. To die for a collective that never did anything for me. And why? To make things better for you. And what about you? What are you giving up? It's not for you to question the gods, boy. It's for you to serve them, he says in defiance. But then Pigeon Boy cuts off his head. And he says, that's what I'll do. So the portal to the gods realm is still open. So I don't know what's supposed to be happening here if he is getting sacrificed. I mean, with his, I don't know, life force of energies will be sucked into this portal to the realm of the gods. I don't know. And why is it so easy to, if it is the portal to the realm of the gods, why it's so easy to open, right? I mean, he's praying to this guy. I mean, can he just, I don't know, jump in for a visit, for a coffee? How does that work? I don't know. Anyway, but the path is clear. This guy is going on a rampage because he has now, you know, like I said, the power of the gods flowing through him, or, you know, he's incredibly strong and somehow. And yeah, this is a comic that is out now called The Grommets. Yeah, I mean, it's for all ages, I guess, right? Younger people. Art looks nice, clean. Not for me. I mean, looks a little bit too goofy, but, you know, it's not my style. So this is what's going to happen. That's what I mean with what I know is going to happen. So he's been ready to battle. So he's going into Lord Aquatica's realm, probably on the water. Who knows? We're going to find out in the next issue, guys. Let me know in the comments what you think about this, and I see you next time. Have a great Sunday. Bye-bye.